Hello, this is Ollie's Movie Madness, and I'm here to do a movie review of the movie Heart Eyes. Came out this year. Now, when this film was announced, I was really interested in this movie because it was a horror movie that took place on Valentine's Day, and that is like really rare because horror movies mostly take place around Halloween, Christmas, sometimes Thanksgiving, but hardly ever on Valentine's Day. So that was the thing that interests me. And I watched the movie, and it is actually one of the most entertaining films of the entire year. Now, I will say though, I think Thunderbolts and The Electrical State and The Woman in the Yard are better movies of this year, but this one is still really fun to watch. And the storyline is really simple and really fun to follow because we center around this girl named Allie, and she is part of this jewelry company, and she is a designer that makes jewelry. And one day she is fired, and she's like unhappy that she lost her job. And then she meets this guy named Jay, who is this hopeless romantic that doesn't really have a girlfriend on Valentine's Day. So she decides to spend time with him, but little do they know that there's this serial killer called the Heart Eyes Killer who essentially axes people off on Valentine's Day. So it's up to Allie and Jay to survive the night against the Heart Eyes Killer. And that's basically what the storyline is for this movie. It's very simple and really fun to follow, and it's really simple. The performances are really awesome. The big standout is of course Olivia Holt, who plays Allie in the film, and she gives one of the most captivating and one of the most tremendous performances in the entire film. Allie is a character you really feel bad for her because she lost her job. She is getting pursued by this serial killer. And there are so many awesome moments with Allie, whether it's her trying to tell the Heart Eyes Killer that she and Jay are not a couple, or the scene where she first meets Jay does lead to some really powerful and really entertaining moments throughout the film. And I think her chemistry with Mission Gooding is tremendous. They have really awesome chemistry throughout this entire film. And speaking of Madison Gooding, when I talk about him, he plays Jay, and he does a fantastic job playing this character. Jay, the character, he really feels lonely on Valentine's Day. He wants to find love, and he does. Like, he falls in love with Allie, even though she tells them that they're not a couple. And scenes revolving around the two do lead to some really awesome and tremendous moments, whether it's them trying to outrun the Heart Eyes Killer, or them just bonding and finding love with each other. Is actually really awesome. It does lead to some really heartwarming and suspenseful moments. And I think their chemistry throughout the movie is the best thing about this film. Now let's talk about the villain in the movie, the Heart Eyes Killer. Honestly, the villain in this movie is really disturbing. He wears a mask with red heart eyes. He enjoys axing people off on Valentine's Day. And there is a twist with this villain, and it's actually really dark. The scenes involving the Heart Eyes Killer are really interesting. Whether it's him like just randomly axing people off in town, or him pursuing Allie and Jay and trying to axe them off, is really dark and really suspenseful, but really fun to watch. And the two actors were really good. They're played by Yosan and Jordana. um, Breester, and they did a tremendous job with their performances. They're really scary and they're really entertaining to watch. And the Heart Eyes Killer, there is a reason why because it's actually two people, do the things that they do, because they have kind of like a weird like fetish of axing people off. Like they're obsessed with axing people off, and I thought that was a really smart and really fun motivation for this villain. And I think the Heart Eyes Killer is probably up there with the woman from The Woman in the Yard as one of the more creepier villains of the entire year. Um, Really, they are so much fun to watch. The design is awesome. The design of the character is amazing. The way they go out is really brutal, but really fun to watch, especially in that climax at that like church. That was really amazing to watch. The directing by Josh Rubin is tremendous because he does not take this movie seriously at all. He knows exactly what kind of movie he's making. It's a Valentine's Day slasher film, and it's really entertaining. It's like the idea of a Valentine's Day psychopath has a lot of potential. And it's actually kind of funny because like you expect like a like Michael Myers type villain, but no, you get people wearing like heart-shaped masks, and they just go around axing couples off one by one. It's really funny to watch, and you're gonna tell that this director had a lot of fun making this film. Again, the directing is tremendous. The action sequences are really good, especially in that final battle in the church or the interrogation room scene. The scene where the Heart Eyes Killer is attacking Allie at her apartment. It's all tremendously fun to watch. And the cinematography is really awesome. It's really fun to watch. I love the colors in the film. And even the prison itself, it does have really awesome cinematography. Even though it's in grayscale, it's still amazing to look at. And the funny thing is, how ironic is it that we have two Valentine's Day movies this year, but one is an action movie called Love Hurts with Q Kwan, and this movie, Heart Eyes, is a horror slasher film, so that is like really funny that we got two Valentine's Day movies in February. So that is like really interesting because we got like two Valentine's Day films in February. So in conclusion, I still really enjoyed this film. The storyline was really fun and really simple. The Heart Eyes Killer is a really great villain. The performances are great, the action's great, the cinematography is awesome, and even the design of the Heart Eyes Killer is amazing. I highly recommend you watch this film, especially if you enjoyed the film 28 Years Later with Ralph Fiennes. Then I'm sure you're going to like this one as well. And I give this movie a 10 out of 10. So that is my movie review on Heart Eyes. Hope you guys enjoyed.